It's Susie the Silly Scientist, and I'm here today to do a super exciting kitchen experiment with you. All right, so what do you need? Once again, just simple things you already have in your kitchen. Today you will need some vinegar, some warm water, a little food coloring, preferably red. I haven't told you what we're gonna make yet, but you'll see in a minute why I chose red. And then you need some sodium bicarbonate. Oh wait, you don't think you have any sodium bicarbonate in your kitchen? Well, I bet you do, because it's just simply good old baking soda. All right, so now that we know we all have baking soda on hand, we are ready to make a volcano. This volcano is going to erupt all over the place. So I strongly urge you to find yourself a tray and save yourself a little cleanup and an angry parent. All right, you need something to make the volcano in. I'm going to use this glass vase today. A water bottle would work as well if you had something in your recycling bin that you could pull out. Any kind of container with a small opening on the top will be just fine for this experiment. Now we are going to fill this with warm water. We want it about 3/4 of the way full because we are going to want room to put our sodium bicarbonate in as well as our vinegar. So there is the water. We would like to turn it red because the lava, when it comes out, wouldn't be good as red. All right, so my water is turning to red, and into this I am going to be putting 3 teaspoons, the small little scoops, of my sodium bicarbonate, otherwise known as baking soda. All right, that is going to go in here in just a minute. Now, I was trying to figure out how much vinegar do I use with this recipe? Well, you have to do some research. A good scientist knows how to do research, you know. I found that the best way to make this is with a 12-to-1 ratio of vinegar and sodium carbonate. So if I'm going to put in 4 teaspoons of my sodium bicarbonate, then I need to figure out my ratio, 12-to-1. I don't know how much vinegar to use, but I want 4 teaspoons of my sodium bicarbonate. So how do I solve that? Well, I simply multiply my numerator and denominator by the same number. So I'm going to times by 4 to get 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. 12 times 4 is 48. What is X? 48. And you know me, the math teacher, I like my label. 48 teaspoons of sodium bicarbonate. I think it's going to be very, very difficult to fill my vase with 48 of these teaspoons before it starts to bubble over. I've got to put it in faster, which means I probably need a bigger container. So what do I know about 48 teaspoons? Not much. But I do know that it takes 3 teaspoons to make 1 tablespoon. And I know that it takes 4 of these tablespoons to make 1/4 cup. So let's do a little more math. Okay, so 3 teaspoons times these 4 tablespoons, that would give me 12 teaspoons. 12 of these little teaspoons make this 1/4 cup. All right, but I don't need 12. We said right here I need 48 teaspoons. So 48 of those. Well, 1/2 cup, that's twice as big. So if I was to use 1/2 cup, I wouldn't have 12 teaspoons, I would have 24 teaspoons. Not quite to 48 yet. So what if I used a 3/4 cup measuring tool? Well, now I would have 36 teaspoons. Well, let's make that a bit bigger. Let's go with 1 cup. Oh, another 12 would give me 48 teaspoons. So we're going to use a cup of vinegar. I recently made a video on how to make salt dough. simply using flour and water. You'll have to check it out. I'll put the link below this YouTube video so you can learn how to make it. This is optional, you wouldn't have to do it, but I think when you don't see this liquid in here, it makes this experiment more exciting because you don't know exactly when it's going to erupt. So I am going to use my dough and put it around my container. Again, you can use anything. Use a soda bottle, a water bottle, a vase, anything you can find in your family's recycling bin. You're actually not going to ruin it, so it's okay to choose something out of your cupboard, like maybe just a drinking glass. All right, so I have now covered my volcano. Let's see if we can have a closer look at that. All right, here is my nice volcano. And into that, we decided that we were going to put 4 teaspoons. On here we said 4 teaspoons of baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. Now nothing much really happens when I put baking soda into water. Pretty much just sits in there, starts to dissolve a little bit and so forth. All right, now after doing the math, we decided that if I wanted 48 teaspoons of of vinegar, I should probably convert that into cups. So 1 cup of my water is going to go in, and we definitely need to have a closer look at this as we cause a chemical reaction. Oh my, look at that. Fizzing everywhere. That just exploded almost immediately. I'm not sure I was even expecting it to happen quite so fast. Now, the thing about this experiment is we really haven't used up all the baking soda down in the bottom yet. So we can make this erupt another time if we want to and maximize the use. I think I'm going to move my volcano into the tray a little bit more. I did not spill, but it was super close to falling all over my floor. I just was not quite ready. All right, I didn't even get the whole cup in there. So I'm going to add that half cup that's left, and there goes my volcano again, just fizzing right over the top of my little volcanic mountain. Anytime you get fizzing and bubbling, that's a sign of a chemical reaction. All right, well, let's put a little more in. We'll see if there's enough. Usually you can do it 2 or 3 times. It's a little slower, but it's rising. Here it comes. Oh, I don't know if it has enough eruption power left to come out the top. It's just bubbling down in there. Looks like we got 2 good volcanic eruptions. All right, so have a little fun at home. Give this a try and find that sodium bicarbonate in your cupboard.